两个关于机油最常见的问题，我们来看一下安索机油的产品经理是如何回答的吧。
There's so many people thinking maybe we should only follow the owner's manual. Let's say for this BMW, we should only use the 5W40. Maybe for the Honda, only using the 10W30. So what's your suggestion on changing the oil?
Well, at the end of the day, if you're going to ride the bike on the road, as the average person is going to ride it, the 540 will probably work just fine. It's where things get interesting is when you get on the racetrack and you start putting the motorcycle in a situation that would be considered much more extreme. So in that case, you get down to how the oils are actually formulated. So a 5W40, the wider you make the gap between the two oils, the more creative chemistry that we have to use to make those two weights. So when you go to a 1040, that gap shrinks. And that allows us to use stronger base oils, and it allows the product in an extreme situation to be more robust. Even though they're both 40 weights, the 1040 in most situations will be more robust in an extreme situation, such as the racetrack, where the temperatures are very high and the stresses are very high. The 1040 in most situations will perform slightly better from a wear standpoint than a 540. So in that case, yeah, I recommend people use a 10 versus a 5W40.
Okay, so the one last question is, compared to a nice, decent oil versus a cheap, poor oil, but you change the nice one like maybe once a year, but you change like the poor one, cheap one, maybe 3-4 months per year. Like, is it like make a lot of difference to the engine?
Okay, I'll offer you this. There's two ways that you can kill oil, whether it's in a motorcycle, whether it's in a car. There's two ways you can kill it: time, temperature. And it's the combination of the two that will determine how long that the oil can actually stay in the machine. So if you take a dirt bike, it doesn't hold a lot of oil, okay? It's very hot, pressures are very high. So if the cheaper the oil, the shorter your lifespan. So what I mean by shorter lifespan is the oil loses its viscosity, the oil starts to oxidize, and then you start seeing wear metals. That's what ends up happening. So if you're gonna use a cheap oil in certain situations, it won't even hold up to a standard drain interval. If you get it into a racing environment, you get it into an extreme environment, it'll just fall apart and you'll start seeing wear, and the engine will lose power, wear out. Versus a good synthetic, it will not only stay in there longer, you've got better performance, you have a better cushion based on the temperatures and the pressures. So you've got more time, and it'll take more temperature with a good synthetic versus a low rent conventional.
Cool. All right, thank you for your time today.
Appreciate it, thank you.